5 hours time, well, it's well worth the sleepy eyes because Australia are taking on Afghanistan. What a match that is going to be. It's going to be in Kingston, and it could mean, if Australia win, that they qualify for the semi-final along with India. But we know when these two sides meet, something crazy always happens, and you just got to remember the last time that this happened. A little thing happened in India or Mumbai. A little thing happened when Glenn Maxwell, cramping, writhing in pain.
We saw the Max ball.
7 wickets down. He comes and scores a double hundred and sends Afghanistan on the brink of elimination. It was one for the ages. They come back against each other today. Gentlemen, big matchup today, and you couldn't think of a better competition than seeing Australia and Afghanistan relive some of those fireworks of the 50-over World Cup last year.
Look, as Australian, we don't care if you win the World Cup or you don't. You have one too many, right?
Never.
Imagine I give you a scenario.
What
if Afghanistan beats Australia and Australia get beaten by Indians?
Well, then we'd be out of the semi-final, which would be wild. I mean, I'm open to the idea.
Can we think of that kind of a scenario or not? We obviously can't.
That's a picture.
Well, see, we're at spin-friendly conditions in Kingston as well, so it is something that will help Afghanistan.
Honestly,
for sure.
I sincerely believe that, Afghanistan should put up a great performance against Australian with the spin department and get that somehow yourself over the finish line by winning this game. How's that for a change?
I don't like what I'm hearing.
That would be wild.
I know. I'm just like intensifying the situation for the audience.
That would be something new.
Yeah.
Something fun.
You know what? He was wild as a bowler. He was wild. He's still wild as an expert. So
love that. But speaking of,
I always believe thinking out of the box. It gives you another horizons to to explore.
Right.
But what I think is like I've honestly I believe that India, we're discussing that off camera right now. For the subcontinent, who is just around 2.5 billion up to 3 billion people, put all together Sri Lanka, Nepal, and everybody else together, we're close to 2.5 to 3 billion people. Imagine India lifting up the World Cup and motivating this 3.5 billion or 2.5 billion people all together. I mean, we know you have about, how many World Cups do you guys have? 4, 5?
Several.
Anyway. Seven. Well, adding one more is not going to do anything new to you guys. So what I'm just saying is this myth needs to be broken. It's not a myth. I know you guys are super tough. You guys create such amount of pressure. Other team cannot sustain that kind of pressure. But having said that, I'm going to go for Afghanistan. How's that for a change?
We want to catch them all, though. We want all 3 titles, 3 ICC trophies in our cabinet at the same time. We haven't done that yet. That's new.
But then what? I mean, you have this trophy as well. I mean, Australia are just so good across formats, and they continue to grow, they continue to evolve. But when you talk about Afghanistan and Australia, like Erin said, that match in that 50-over World Cup, we can't forget what Maxwell did, 200 for him. Crazy, that match wasn't coming Australia's way until he came out to bat. But in दो teams की एक interesting history, अभी एक interesting rivalry भी बन गई है world cricket में कि क्योंकि इनके आपस में जो bilateral relations हैं of Australia and Afghanistan, they have not been great in the recent years. I mean, Australia have withdrawn from a number of bilateral series against Afghanistan because of which there have been some tensions. And how much does that add to the context, Hafeez, if we talk about Afghanistani players and what we know of them, they're passionate, they will want to create that proper reply to the Aussie players, especially in this World Cup match.
देखिए, rivalry तो आपकी develop हो सकती है, लेकिन with the same time अगर आप दोनों टीमों को compare करें, तो comparison नहीं बनता, क्योंकि अभी जो अफगानिस्तान की टीम है, they are not the world beater, as I said it earlier. Yes, they are very good team, they're growing themselves very well, their bowling is look like a complete unit, but their batting is not completed yet. So their middle order is still not firing that much. So I feel like you asking too much once again from one of the team. Yes, they seems like belongs to that level, but they are not still that level of player where they can compete in each and every team with each and every team. So I think Australia is too far better team when it comes to the player quality. So I don't think so they're going to match. Yes, the condition can help them to beat Australia on a given day, but you ask